Namaskar. Respected Prime Minister, my colleagues in the Council of Ministers, secretaries, CBIC and CBDT board members, senior government officials, those present in this hall and those who are in the adjacent hall as well, and the media, and those who are connected with us from 75 different centers. Let me start by thanking the Honorable Prime Minister for sparing this morning to be with us when we are starting to celebrate in this coming week the 75 years travel towards a strong new India. During this week, as was said by the Finance Secretary, we shall be recalling how each department in the Finance Ministry and also in the Corporate Affairs Ministry have served the nation and the interaction with the common people all the while. So the progress of India's economy since 1947 is being captured through various different activities, some of which will be milestone events which are being recalled, and there are also dedications such as iconic museums and so on. But the emphasis is to have people-to-people contact, build awareness on what the Finance Ministry and the Corporate Affairs Ministry have done in these 75 years, and more particularly what they have done during these last 8 years under the leadership of our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. The story of the financial inclusion has been captured in this video which has been shown to us, and the impact of such a financial inclusion has only resulted in greater coverage of credit for common citizens, so that even without such properties which have to be given as security, they are able to get credit from the banks, get regulatory clearances, and also be able to do their own businesses. There have been several well-designed pro-people, pro-common people programs which the Honorable Prime Minister himself has supervised over the last 8 years, the result of which is being shown through each day's activity of the Ministry of Finance and also of Corporate Affairs. Today we'll also see the Honorable Prime Minister dedicate to the nation Jan Samarth portal, which is essentially going to link common citizens to a portal through which they can avail, at least to start with, 12 government schemes, which are to give them credit through the banks, and each of these schemes, their qualifications will have all of them displayed in that one portal. This portal is going to make it easy so that the citizen is not asked the same questions every time he has to avail himself of a government program. That is one of the things which is being dedicated today. It is Jan Samarth, but I think it is part of the Pradhan Mantri ji's Seva for the common people, and this PM Seva for enabling and facilitating common citizen in order that he becomes part of the scheme of things which government extends for the common citizens. And therefore, such very targeted and making sure that the results are seen in the ground measures is where the last 2 years have given us good results. Common citizens have been attended to in every such way, whether it is this requirement for food security and also requirement for some money to be able to face the extraordinary circumstances which the Indian economy had to face. I am indeed thankful to the PM for having guided the ministry, particularly in these 2 years, and making sure that every scheme which has been designed is standing by the people, helping them to come out of the unprecedented challenges that we have seen in these 2 years. So this continues with the spirit with which I recall the first speech of the Honorable Prime Minister after being chosen in 2014, that this government is dedicated to the cause of the common citizen, particularly those poor, those who are backward in every way. And that spirit Prime Minister has ensured that all of us follow, all of us take up, and through the various government schemes, we are able to do that dedication, the seva to the common citizen, the poor citizens. Without taking much of our time, I'm again duty-bound on behalf of the entire Ministry of Finance and also Corporate Affairs to express my gratitude to the Honorable Prime Minister to be with us today, to inaugurate this week-long iconic week celebrations, where we are recalling the last 75 years, India's growth towards and also a better India, towards a better India and a new India in which the inclusion philosophy is never lost, Antyodaya as we call it. And therefore, with my gratefulness being expressed to the Honorable Prime Minister, I look forward to serving along with the Ministry, its officials, to fulfill all the seva objectives which are before us. And I'm indeed grateful to all the members of the Ministry, the banks, the public sector undertakings, and the various departments which are so associated with the ministries, the two ministries, for having always been cooperative, extending all kinds of support in spite of challenging circumstances at home during the COVID, and being with us always to make sure the government service doesn't suffer. Thankful to all of you all as much as Honorable Prime Minister once again. Jai Hind.